been a few.
Now, do you say that's because of the weather, or do you say that's just because we have to look at there's so many more opportunities in America.
We could be the kids that could be middle infielders could be doing something else. They could be playing lacrosse. They could be playing field hockey. They could be playing. They could be playing ice hockey. They could be playing volleyball. They could be playing a myriad of other sports, basketball, whatever.
Right.
I was watching a thing about Jimmy Graham today, the tight end for the Saints.
Yes.
He was a 6'4" to 6'6" swingman, 3'4", middle tweener in college. So was the guy from Antonio Gates from the Chargers. Okay, 6'4", 6'6", whatever. In the NBA, that's nothing.
No.
The average height in the NBA is 6'8", 6'10", right? That's the average height. These guys are 6'4", 6'6" guys playing on the block. They transitioned because their athleticism, the skill set that they had, was adaptable to the NFL.
Right.
Okay. In baseball is a skill-driven sport. It is not – if you run well, okay, great. If you throw well, okay, great. If you hit well, okay, great. But hitting supersedes all of it.
Absolutely.
So if you can hit, which is supposedly the first or second hardest thing in all of athletics to do, I have heard that pole vaulting is first hardest, but I haven't seen a pole vaulter turn around a 95-mile-an-hour fastball ever.
Right.
So, and I'm sure that we could teach a baseball player how to be a pole vaulter. So the point is, you give big leaguers enough cracks at a fastball. I'm sure that they could hit a bullet coming out of a gun if you give them enough cracks at it.
Right.
Because they are just that good. If it doesn't move, they're going to hit it sometime. It's going to hit their batter. They're going to square it up. The point being is that is a gift, and it's a craft that you have to hone. Same with pole vaulting, I guess. But I don't want to get off topic on pole vaulting. I just want to make sure that we understand that. Look, barreling up a round ball and a round bat and squaring it up and hitting the ball on a line is a very difficult task.
How about we take some calls on this subject?
Be great.
See if we can get somebody to call in. The number right now is 720-437-7087. We just want to hear what you have to think, what you have to say about what we're just talking about with opportunity here for sports, or you may have a different topic to talk about. We're okay with that. You want to give a highlight or a shout out to a student or a friend or just your school, give us a call in right now. We'll look to speak with you. Again, the number is 720-437-7087. This time we'd definitely like to take a moment to go for our sponsor, Best Car Buys. Best Car Buys on West Alameda. They will provide you with a great new car with great opportunity today for people with bad credit or trying to just rebuild their credit. They definitely have great opportunities for you. They have a wonderful special that they're running today, which is if you bring in $500 down, they will match that. They will match up to $500. So you will possibly be able to have $1,000 down. Now, if you mention City Prep Radio, you will get an additional $200, and they will also match that. So you possibly can get up to $1,400 down on a new car today. You get down to Best Car Buys on West Alameda, ask for Johnny or any salesman on that lot, and they will definitely take care of you. They will look out. They will look to be able to help you out with anything. They will look to help you out with anything you may need or whatever services you may provide. So, again, Best Car Buys on West Alameda, they'll have a great thing for you. So if any calls come in right now, we'll definitely look to talk with them. But right now, we'll go ahead and get ready to move forward to our next segment with Alan Webb as we go ahead and get him situated here just to introduce what we're doing and what's taking place. We definitely want everyone in the community to understand what we're trying to do here at City Prep Radio is more than just the radio and highlighting, but we also want to tie in to the community so that we can, give back. Sports is a way to connect with each other all around. But the young man we're bringing up, I had a pleasure to know this guy from coming up as a young guy playing over at the Pirates. And, I went to high school with his brother and then his family. He comes from a great family background, which I'll let him get into all of that. But, the main thing we have him on here for today is because Alan Webb will now be the VP of Community Relations for City Prep Radio. And we definitely appreciate him taking on this role. It's been some time coming, and we've been actually talking with him, putting this together. So I'd like to welcome Alan Webb here. Alan, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing good, Dakari. How you doing,
I'm doing pretty good, man. He's pretty clean too. Only if you'll see the pictures, they'll come up. But he looks very good. Him and his wife are in here, and that's definitely glad to have you. Thank you. Now for yourself, Alan, you're in this new role with us here. But before we even dig into that, what's been going on with you lately? I mean, you played some college ball, you did things like that. But just tell everybody what's going on with you and what you've been doing.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Alan Webb. This is the first time on the show. Obviously, Dakari shared with you all the news that I will be VP of Community Relations, so I definitely look forward to that. But right now, I'm getting married soon.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
I'm excited about that. That's another milestone in my life and another goal that's going to be accomplished. So I'm very thankful for that. And I work at CenturyLink. I'm a financial analyst at CenturyLink.
Okay.
2 kids.
Okay.
A son that's 5, a daughter that's 2. So, I'm just working and raising a family and, trying to figure out how I can get back involved with the community and
absolutely
and do my part.
Now, for yourself, you came up playing football. You have a lot of expertise in that area for community. That's one reason why I've seen this young man grow. And, to me, I look at him eye to eye, and not as a young man, but as a pure adult for myself, a friend, family member, because I think it's definitely important that, you start connecting and networking with people like yourself. With this sport and coming out of Denver, Colorado, you had a chance to tell us about where you went for college so kids can know where you were at, your high school career. Alan actually had a chance to play over at Denver South, and then he moved on out to Chatfield, and he had a successful
Smart move.
He had a successful career out there where he actually won a state championship there. He played him and Lendell White were a nice combination, but Alan, you went on to college out there. We really want to highlight that to kids because you took sports and you channeled that to be able to get a degree and different things to, turn into the great man that you are now today.
Oh, absolutely. Sports is definitely a big role in, a lot of people's lives.
Absolutely.
So, I'm no different than the next kid out there.
Right.
I grew up playing sports. Is basically something that I've been doing all my life. And just being at the rec center and making new friends and just competing out there,
Right.
My parents said, boy, you got to get out the house. That's what I did. So that's what we did as an outlet. And sports had a tremendous effect on me, keeping me out of trouble and just making sure I do well in school.
Absolutely.
Because it goes hand in hand. So, it was always a driving force for me. Plus, you come across, great coaches that are more than coaches.
Absolutely.
They become father figures regardless if you have, a father in your home
right.
or not. It definitely takes a village. So, it shaped me up and molded me into the young man I am now.
Right. Well, it's interesting that you say that because I was a person who came up with my father, and he was a coach, and that was one thing that I looked to coaching more. Well, I was like, one day I'm a coach because all of his former players used to always be like, Coach Box. And to me, that was just like, dang, that's cool, to see
the camaraderie, the life lessons that he taught, even without even saying, look, this is a life lesson I'm going to teach you.
And They came back and recognized my father for that. So I just thought that was cool. So with you saying that, I don't think a lot of coaches realize, well, they do. A lot of them do realize they're more father figures, more roles. So for yourself, transitioning from high school to college, how was that for you?
I was very nervous.
Right.
I thought I was gonna be homesick.
Right.
It was my first time being away at home. But if you don't mind, I'd like to rewind a little bit.
Definitely.
And discuss high school. So I went to Denver South for 3 years. We had a phenomenal years there. We definitely came in and changed the program my freshman year. I come from the Pirates and PAL League, so
right.
That's
At
what
that
we do.
Time,
we win championships.
Championships.
Absolutely.
The Athletic League was the real deal back in the day.
Yes, it is.
Yes, absolutely. So get over to South my freshman year, and we had a rough one.
Yeah.
We had a rough one. We went 0-10, and that was something that was very new to me. Obviously, I definitely don't nobody like losing.
No.
And I just didn't know if I really wanted to stay at South.
Right.
Like, wow. So I decided to stay, and we got straight to work. You know,
Right.
we didn't really change anything that we did the previous year. We just stayed on schedule and believed in the program and believed in the coaches.
Absolutely.
Hold on a second. I got to interrupt. Whatever he learned at South or at Chatfield, he learned how to dress. We look like a couple of schmucks. I'm in a T-shirt. You're in a T-shirt.
That's
He's got
Superman Jeff.
Superman Jeff right here. He's got a great-looking jacket, shoes.
it.
Look at him, bow tied up.
Right.
He's like looking smooth,
Right.
and we're like looking like a couple of scrubs.
You
I know. I was like, damn, man.
That's my thing. Is like you should have told us how to get dressed.
Right.
Yeah, I have another event to go to after this.
We can tell. Gee,
It's all right.
I'm almost gonna rush him out of here. I feel like the
Yeah, thanks for coming.
right.
Get out.
I feel like the raggedy friend. Like
No doubt.
Sorry, I got you off
Oh,
topic.
no,
there.
no,
That's kind of
it-
how I roll. But
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it's all right. So, you know, we got back down to the basics at Denver South High School,
Absolutely.
and we took the off season very seriously. We really didn't have no off season. You
Right.
know, we lived and breathed, you know, football,
Right.
just sports in general. So, after South, we had a fortunate incident that took place, and it kind of forced me to make a decision. And,
Right.
at the moment, you know, a couple days after the incident, you know, I wanted to stay at South.
right,
You
right.
know, I didn't want to leave. I
Sure.
didn't want to leave my community.
Now,
and
was that your junior year or your senior?
Yes,
your sophomore.
junior year.
Okay,
Yes. But, you know, I didn't want to really leave,
right.
you know, Denver Public Schools in the community that I
well,
come
because
from.
you came up in that, you know, so it was tough right
Absolutely.
there. Tough. And that one thing you're talking about is making a tough lifelong decision, but it actually panned out to work out for you. Too,
Absolutely,
At this point
absolutely.
when you look back. But go ahead, I'll let you finish on that.
Yeah, so ultimately I made the decision to go out to Chatfield with the rest of my teammates, the four of us that transferred, which was Quentin Tweed, Lindell White, and Sean White. And those individuals, you know, we all grew up together and played
Right.
Little League football as well. So I decided to go and
took
stay
his- he
and,
took
and
his
stay with
talents-
my running back.
Took
his talents to South Beach, huh?
Yeah. You know, now Coach Logan was over there.
Yes,
obviously.
yes, Coach Logan.
What was it like to play for Coach Logan?
Coach Logan was awesome.
The real deal. He knows his stuff.
Oh,
doesn't he?
absolutely. I mean, he's been there before. You know, he definitely has the experience. You know, he's a great athlete himself.
Yep.
Well respected guy. So,
for sure.
you know, we had a great time at Chatfield, and it was just a whole added experience
Absolutely.
to the previous
The depth of his
experiences that I
knowledge
had.
and all
So,
that stuff, sure.
absolutely. So. It just really helped, you know, for all the experiences I had in high school,
Right.
at Denver South and Chatfield,
Right.
to make the transition a little easier
Sure.
for me,
Right.
you know. And I was always one to understand that, you know, you have to go out and work hard and just be respectful and just enjoy the moment,
Right.
You know,
Right,
enjoy
right.
the moment. So.
Well, you had some great high school moments. You guys won a state. You actually helped Coach Logan win his first state championship. Is that correct? Was that his first one?
No, he had won
You
one.
know,
at
I was
Arvada
gonna
West.
say,
He had won one. At
I don't
Arvada
know if
West
that
with
was
a guy
his
named
first
Steve.
one.
Steve Cutlip was the quarterback who was recruited by CSU. That
Yes,
was
I
at
know
A-West.
Coach
So
Logan
he
was
was
at
on-
This was
Arvada West.
He went to A-West,
Yes.
and then he went to Chatfield, then he went to Mullen.
Wait.
Yes.
So he was the head coach on that Arvada West team?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was his first
Cool.
head coaching job. Was that I
A-West.
recall in high school. Now maybe he had coached other kids at lower levels. I
Got
don't
you.
know, but he had coached at A-West. Steve, like I said, Cutlip was the last name of the kid. Steve
Definitely.
Cutlip.
Okay.
Yeah, he was highly recruited.
He went to
had-
CSU.
He went to CSU, had some issues up there, and then went elsewhere. And
Yep.
then Logan, Coach Logan, went to Chatfield from A-West, and then went to Mullen, and then now I believe he's at
Cherry
Creek.
Creek.
Cherry
Yeah,
Creek.
right.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is look, for whatever reason he moves around or what have you, whether that be a issue with the administration or issue with the kids or
It's a
the neighborhood,
business.
whatever. Yeah, ultimately let's get back to what it is. His knowledge and what he can bring to football and to
Right.
life for kids gives you a depth of knowledge that lots of kids and lots of people don't have. I mean, he
Absolutely.
played in the NFL for 9-10 years.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
yes.
knows.
Now-
he knows what it takes.
Now that's
He was the overall
He's a-
athlete.
he
You
was
know,
the
you
he was the
can't
he
just
was
discuss football either.
basketball.
Right.
Basketball. He was at CU,
Yes, correct.
All American or All Conference up at CU football, and he was a drafted kid in baseball. So he was
Yes.
1971, I believe, or 72, something like that.
he definitely played
Don't know the
outside.
year. That's before I discovered America.
Whatever. Just because I was 35 in 1971.